Hi everybody, this is a full guide for those of you who want to or not sure if to get L-Clock, want to know what this game is about. This video is for you. We're going to cover everything here, hopefully everything if I not forget. Keep in mind this is a pre-release version of the game, so it might be different. The full version might be different than what you see here. So what this game is, this is a roguelite game. The main campaign consists of 3 acts. This is Act 1, the other one is going to be there after you finish the first one, the third one there. And each one consists of 21 rooms, and you need to finish floors, and you need to finish all of them in a single go. I mean, for each act. So once you finish first act in one go, we can then move to the next one. So you don't need to finish all of them in one go. And in case you die, there's softcore and hardcore mode. In hardcore, if you die, you need to start everything from the beginning. In softcore, in case you die, you're still going to keep the permanent items for you and can continue trying and finishing the runs. All right, so these are the core things you're going to see. You're going to find here there's a shop. This is a soul stones. The purple ones, these are permanent currency compared to gold, which is a temporary currency just to use within the run. Here you're going to see items. These are, for example, the gear that you see here. This defines the basic stats of your character. So for example, here I have a weapon with 681 base damage. And the other things will be percentage of that. So this defines, all of these defines the core stats for your characters. All right, and it can be added to and multiplicative also upon that. Depends on other things. Relics are ones that define and amplify your abilities. They're very strong to create strong synergies. They also have different fixes and enhanced stats and so on. So you can buy them here with stats. It's going to refresh each time you finish an act, but you can also, by the way, just refresh it using redraw, for example, here. And I get new stuff. These are high level ones. They're going to be lower level when you start playing. And as you progress, they're going to be higher ones. Character stats. All the relics that I use. This is like Diablo ones, but basically you have limited amount of space in the grid, different shapes, and you need to use them in order to, the right way to get the better build. There's also the skills here. Just so you know, this game was built for speed, for finishing things fast. There's a relax mode and non-relax mode. You can also have the option to pause and not pause. What I'm telling you is that this game wasn't designed for you to, you can play it without a timer, fine, but it's really fun, and trust me, once you get used to it, to play with a timer. I mostly play with the relax mode, and then I move to the timer. Because again, you can actually get stuck. It takes you like an hour to finish a boss if you're just gonna be tanky or something like that. This is not a fun way to play it. And this is really, you want to prove yourself basically in build crafting and adaptability to different situations where the build that you want to create and might not be, you don't get what you actually get for it. You need to adapt. So this actually tests build crafting skills. And again, you're going to get this from experience. These are different skills. You're going to unlock more in different acts. You can see it here. You can choose anything you like. Levels is not like the casual ARPG levels. Basically, it also increases both the stats, but also the cooldown and the mana usage. Sometimes it's not actually good to actually increase it to the max, so you need to find the right balance for your build, basically. All right. Sometimes you don't need, like I use this one just for a dash. I don't need to increase it. Because I don't use the dash for damage, just for maneuverability, so I don't need it at a higher level. It's just going to have a higher cooldown and mana cost. Sometimes you want higher mana cost because we're going to give you benefit. It's up to you to decide the right balance. This is a Reliquary. This is where you see all the drops that you get within the run, or you buy at the store to get the relics. There are many different types of relics, but they are limited. There are many, but there are not that many. The reason for that, because this was designed for you to know and be familiar with builds, so you can craft them and hopefully get what you want. If there was so many of them, you won't be able to do so. You won't be able to do it fast, especially with the timer. So it is limited. There are quite a few of them, I'm saying, but it is limited. Maybe I shouldn't say a lot, but there are quite a few. But they are limited in numbers, just so you know. The thing is that you can get variety of them with different affixes. So there are many of them in terms of that. And also some of the key component you can see here, for example, here is 9 movement speed when affected by a pair. You might find it in another one which is smaller, different shape. So there are lots of variety in terms of that, but the core ones in terms of functionality, there aren't many of them. All right. But there are some variety with randomness. All right. You can even add more, by the way, unlock more space if you need to pay, for example, here, because I only unlock one more, which was 1k, 2000k for X1 soul stones. So I can have more space. All right. Just in case you need. Here at the top, you can see the damage, health, and mana. All right. So if you want to increase it, for example, if I change, for example, this is giving fire resistance. By the way, you can see the resistances here. Very important, capped at 75. Physical resistance is low for me. And basically what you can do, you can decide, all right, I want that, for example, you can just drag it out. And you can see the grid here. I'm just going to bring it here. Of course, it will change things, right, for the build. So you need to find the perfect one for your builds. All right? Let's just put something there. Yeah. All right, the other one here, this is the skill tree. Just so you know, the end game will be similar in terms of acts, but with added stuff to it, with also a new skill tree, which is completely different than this one. This is, again, just for the campaign. You can easily respec. It doesn't cost a lot. You get points. How you get points? You basically getting more soul stones. And the more you get, you're going to reach a cap, which you're going to get. Once you reach the cap, you're going to get 1 point. And then you can actually invest it in the tree. All right? You just put it more in tree. All right? Endgame is something different because it's going to also add something that you can see it here because it's not endgame, but you're going to get an option to yeah, it's not working here. It's also a pre-release, so this one is actually not working. Oh, I think actually I already talked to her. So basically it's just adding more stuff that makes it harder for you, and you need to finish all the 3 acts with a limited amount of runs for each one. But once, for example, you finish this one, I think you have 7 by default, 7 tries. And again, if you fail the Ascension, so you need to try again. You're going to get 5 more, I think, for the next one and so on. I need to finish all of them, all right? You can decide to do it without a timer or with a timer, up to you. Again, there's no punishment for not using a timer. But trust me, it's really fun, and the game is designed for that. I mean, in terms of, you know, everything. It's designed for speedrunning things. It's more fun like that. All right, so yeah, NPCs to talk to and so on. Now, all right, let's jump to around. By the way, at the bottom you can see the mana, health, potions, and sometimes there are other things here. Depends on the different things that are active in the skill tree and other synergy that you have. So let's play. This is a very strong build, just so you know, and I'm doing Act 1, so it's going to be very, very powerful. So at the bottom, you're going to see an XP bar. Once you finish it, you're going to get a free upgrade, all right? All right, the different varieties for them. Now, this, you want to do it fast. If you look at the top, there's a timer. You see, it's active. They're also dropping Trinket, which are also other passives. Like, for example, you can see here, 30% plus 30% damage. Here I also have an upgrade, so because I'm doing it again, the first act. And let's choose this one. My build is very strong, build I created from scratch. This is very strong build. I'm going to talk in another video. So you can find also, you can see on the mini-map, there's a chest you can open. Usually get gold, and maybe if you're lucky, get a trinket there. You can see what the trinket here on the left side. If it's a cheap, uncommon, a common one, you won't see it. It won't be mentioned. This is to move to the next floor. Now there are options for a red door, which is an option you want to unlock so you can skip floors. This is done again if you already have strong build, you want to do it fast because it's designed to be fast, you can use it. It's not guaranteed, but you have a chance to have it. Take a look, red ones. You see red ones, these are kind of allied enemies, so make sure to engage with them. If you are doing it fast, it's worth engaging with them because they're going to drop more of everything. XP, maybe gold, trinkets. The higher chance they're going to drop something good. I'm skipping stuff, I know, but you know, I just want to focus on the things that matter for you. These statues give you, as you can see here, you need to pay for it with gold. Gold here is a temporary currency. Just for the round, you don't get to keep it. So you might spend it because they give you different things. Now, you don't have to do it. You can actually just close it and save money for something better. You can redraw, or also later you're going to unlock the option to banish a card. If you don't want anything to focus on health, you can just bash it and just you won't get anything health related here. I mean, this specific one and other variation of it. This is the first boss fight in the game. It's going to be fast because I'm strong. But remember that in the end game you need to adapt because you might not get what you want. So the more you are familiar with different builds and you get something that fits your a certain build that you are familiar with, the better for you because you know exactly how to create a powerful build. So experience is paramount here. That's the boss, is that. Yeah, this is Act 1. Sometimes the drops also trinkets. Anything? No, let's keep it. Keep the gold, get something else better. The dash that I use, by the way, you can just scale. It deals damage, although I just use it to for movement. There are also side pathways that can give you different rewards. Oh, this is the red one you see, so it's good to actually check this place. XP, so we get XP give you free upgrades, all right? So this is why it's important to eliminate and get that XP. You're gonna get a free one. You don't have to pay gold for it. Alright, just continue fast. There's gonna be more floors. There are 21 floors in general. Let's skip it. There's no red. I didn't find any red portal. We might see one. This is a red one. Let's eliminate. Get lots of XP also by doing so that's why it's worth it. This is sometimes different upgrades. In the end game, when you see something like that flashing in red, this is one that if you finished it, it's going to be waves. It's going to give you a point for the... I'm going to show you later after this one. It can be speed here, something that increases the little buff there. Increase the gold, different things. I'm just gonna skip everything here. Still not getting something good. Let's go. This is the boss. It will be done fast. Alright. Sometimes we can get drops of this is all we get from here. We can get a relic. This is again, you won't get to keep it now. It's for later. You're gonna see it after we finish the round. Find something that is good for your build. All right, let's get out of here. And 8. All right. Oh, there's a red one. Let's. Nice. See again, lots of XP, which is great. Oh, this is a red one. So we at floor 8. Probably gonna skip 2 floors. Yeah, 2 floors. Oh, there are lots of red ones. Oh, yeah, we're in the boss fight. Straight to the boss fight. Kind of wave of enemies and a boss at the end. Yeah, he's out. Very fast. The thing is with... I accept my build later on in another video. It's a very powerful one. If you get to get it constructed, it's very, very powerful. Alright, let's move to the next floor. Floor 11. Of course, you can just skip everything, but again, if you don't have your... You're just preventing yourself from being stronger, so it's up to you to decide if you are skipping, partially skipping, going for it. You know, it depends. Alright, this is another boss fight. Yeah. Got intersected with everything. Oh, this one you see is shiny. This gives you either relic or gear. Alright? It's pretty rare to get, by the way. But you're gonna find it from time to time. Something for getting extra shield. It's all thing convection, something like that. That's the boss. You're gonna die soon. Yeah. That's it, yeah. And basically, kind of give you extra shield. You can see here and keeps generating. You can generate much more than that. There's also mana shield that takes part of the damage from the mana. There are also different type of things here and more. So if you see here, for example, the kind of blue one, and you know, this is kind of a extra shield that I get from just spending mana, for example, in this case. You see lots of XP from the reds. Oh, this is a little one like Diablo. You see this here? Yeah, so it kind of, you know, it can goes away if you don't kill him in time. But if you kill him, it can get you, of course, lots of gold if you hit him and other cool stuff. So if you get him, nice. Oh, this one. Okay, this might give me... not gear. Just relics. Not that I need it here, but... Yeah, alright. Anyway, boss time. 21, floor 21. And I got relic to choose this one. And now we can go back. So this is like Act 1, 5 minutes left, you can see. But again, it's already easy for me. It's going to be much more challenging, of course, later on. All right, so you can see, by the way, the entire stats. Nice view of everything and the rewards. Let's continue. And now we see what happens when you finish the first act. I mean, already finished, so you won't see. Second will unlock. And some interactions with the different NPCs that you won't see here. All right. By the way, that's what I want to show you, that at the end of the third act, you're going to unlock this one, although this is for end games, called Constellation Map. Another huge, massive passive tree. This is for end game because you're going to get the points from doing certain... what we got from different buffs. You see this little tower that was in the levels, but it's going to be red one, flashing red. That allows you, once you finish the different waves, to get a point. So you can invest it here. And this is a very big one. You see all these free ones. There are requirements for each one to unlock. So this is, for example, I need 3 discipline. And the way you get it is by finishing. So, for example, if I finish this one, I'm going to get completion bonus. 1 discipline and 3 faith. So if I want, for example, to give something that requires 3 faith, I'm going to finish this one, because when I complete it, I'm going to get 3. See the blue one, 3 faith, then I can go to another one and you're going to unlock them. You see which one I unlock because you see the image. The one without the image are not unlocked. I mean, sorry, they're locked. This is open, so I can, you know, invest in it. All right, and this is huge, and this is for the end game. Some of the ones that have high requirements, like this one, required 99 fury. Although this might change because it's a pre-release version, but you can understand the point. So this is more to the end game. You're going to unlock it at the end of the campaign, but it will be for the end game. And when we finish, you're going to talk to her, and then you're going to ascend. And once you ascend, I'm going to show it, of course, just a bit later. Just before that, you can see that this refreshes with new stuff. It's up to you to check it out and see if there's anything that you like. You can see the affixes here, but if I buy it... Oh, by the way, done. Anyway, this is actually something I use for my build. I'm going to see the affixes over here. You can see it. I got much more. Highlighted in question mark, exclamation mark, sorry. And you can see them here. I don't have the upgrades. Just so you know, you have the option to upgrade. It's not in this build here for some reason, but you have the option to upgrade and increase the stat. You can see the rank for each one. And it's going to cost you, of course, this currency, purple currency. And yeah, so we can increase it. You're going to be higher cost the more, the higher rank you increase it. But that's how it is. You can actually see it here. New ones that I got. All right, for example, I have this one. Cooldown speed, experience gain, and fire resistance. But this has, for example, longer cooldown. This is shorter cooldown. But again, this is upgraded, so this is the one. This is the reason. Physical damage, I'm not focusing on physical damage, not important for me. Mana regeneration, fire resistance. So I need to ask myself which one I prefer, right? Because there are different affixes, right? And then I can create a build for it, and that's how it goes. And now I got even more. You can see here at the top, we got 1 point more. Right? I don't get a lot because I'm already very highly progressed here. And then I can continue investing. All right, so this is going to be your thing. Once you unlock the first one, you're going to see, you're going to unlock, this area will be unlocked. You have the second one, and the third one, you won't see it here, but it's going to unlock here in this area. All right, so once you finish all of that, you're going to move to the end game. You're going to talk to her, and it's very important to note that once you ascend, move to the end game, your entire relics and gear all be gone. You get to keep the points here. Sorry, not here. Yeah, I'm going to show you. But let's move to the end game. All right, so the campaign is basically kind of a tutorial level, I would say it like that, to what's waiting for you in end game. Now, there might be some changes. Keep in mind, the developers will still gather data. But you can see here, for example, I'm Hell 10, and I already finished, I think, the first, or maybe I started, I don't remember. And now I need to finish all of them with the remaining runs that I have. If I fail, I need to start from the beginning. Now, if I go to her, for example, I can always ascend, start a new ascension. I just want to show you that you see I have, for example, gear here, and I have the relics. Now, if I decide to ascend again, all right, you can see also I have 953, and you can actually see also the points in the Constellation Map, right? So I'm going to ascend now. You're going to also ascend. I'm not ascending after ascending. So let's confirm. And now I get to this thing. And I have points to invest. The first time you're going to have 10 points to invest. What's called again max hell level, but basically max 10. And everything you invest in, we're going to increase, bring something bad that's going to challenge you. Not bad, but you know, increased challenge. All right. You also have, you can see here, eye level increases activating a deadlier penances. Your maximum hell level starts low. To raise it, you must complete Ascension with a hell level equivalent to the current maximum. So you need to use everything here to get a maximum 10 and finish all the 3 acts. And then you get to move to the next one. So we can start with that. With the base one is, of course, limited to 7 runs. You get plus 7 runs after completing each attack. I forgot it's not 5, it's 7. All right? And then you can go, for example, physical resistances, minus 10. Fire resistance, minus 10. You can see I'm already investing 6. 7. Boss encounters extra mechanics. I mean 10. Let's go. You have 1 less blessing to keep, which is a really bad one. It's also big, as you can see. So maybe you should start with something you know you can manage and then move on to the next one. Of course, as you go higher, you need to invest more. You need to cover more of these, as it's going to be much, much more difficult, right? Even timer getting down and all these things. So let's click Ascend. You see, starting a new Ascension will reset your world. You will keep your completed promises and maximum hell level. This cannot be undone. All right, so you see what happens once you do that. So basically, we lose kind of everything. This is kind of like a roguelike mechanic, because you lose everything here when you move to. But again, you have the roguelite when you have some progression within the different within the Ascension itself. That's why I like it. So you can see the promises here. Basically, these are kind of objectives that you need to complete when you're doing Ascensions, and you get rewarded with points. You can invest in the tree, which I'm going to show you here, Constellation Map. You can click here to see the promises list. Again, if you finish with different ones, you can see the requirement. You can get more points. This is aside from the points that you get when you're actually doing the runs, when you have this option to do this wave fighting inside. We're also going to grant you. You can see that I kept my constellation points, so I can just put them back. Some of them, but depends on the build. Sometimes you want to wait. Sometimes maybe you want to know what builds you are going with. Sometimes you just want to invest in something good and want to see what items you get and then start investing, because it's not easy to get. Sometimes you want to just get more. It's up to you to decide which strategy you want to go with, right? And then start investing. All right, because here you can see you cannot, I cannot refund. Once I invested, right? So something to note, all right? Here we go. All right, so, and then you can see the level also reset. So I need to do it again, start level 1. So I need to choose things, create something that is good at the beginning, because we start at the very beginning. So I need to find something that, can be good for as a build. That you can work. I'm just going to start. I'm not going to show a full gameplay of that. You can see we have 0 currency, everything reset now, but we get to keep, you see, the tier. So we have high tier now, not like the base tier as it was before. All right, which is also great. All right, but we don't have anything to buy right now because we have 0 here. Okay, skill book, no level yet. But the level you get from the skill tree, you invest more in the skill tree, and once you get into the skill tree, you can, I'm showing them more, you can get more higher levels for your skills. You see, basically, all gone. When you ascend, this is the Infernal Bell. This is basically the end game skill tree, all right, which is different, as you can see, right? I need to get points from the beginning, all right? Some of the areas are locked. By the way, you're starting from, from each of these sections. Some of them will be unlocked for, again, here, for example, you need to get to investing a number of total points to unlock this area. Some of them are very important, like here you can get, for example, option to increase the size of the grid where you put relics, which is also available in the basic skill tree, by the way, but this is also here. Or things that you can increase and level your skills, which is this one, right? Increase the maximum level. So pay attention also to the big ones and just find a path. This is good for your build. And of course, all the other things are locked and I need to start from the beginning, which I'm just going to show you here. And you can see, by the way, all the things the bad things on the right that we invested in. You can just close it. And then we're going to start. Now, of course, it's going to be much different, right? Because although we have, again, it's going to be harder. With all the things that you decide to, add to the game, but still, it's not going to be like easy. Even with the upgraded gear, it's still going to be hard. All right. Remember when I clear everything? It's going to be much harder now. So I need to watch out and don't have lots of health. Maybe it's important. Maybe you can just choose something to increase health. Maybe the beginning at the constellation, just to have the extra, which I did, by the way. Here, this is the one that I talked about. This is a cursed shrine. This will give you 1 point to the Constellation Map. It's very hard. I'm just going to start so you can see, because I don't want to replay everything. But oh, I'm actually using the wrong thing. I used the wrong assignment. Okay. Anyway. There's waves, right? I'm just going to show you, hopefully I won't fail. Yeah, that's it. You see, and we got a constellation point. Alright, so we want to do these shrines when you see them. Once you get back, by the way, they're going to stay permanent. They won't going to respawn or anything. So this is why it's important to get them. Some of them can be very, very hard. But again, this is up to you to build. By the way, this is without, for some reason... yeah, because this is a save where it's relaxed, so the timer is not moving. But if you do it without relax, it will be moving. There's no punishment for that. But you can get in an awkward situation where you just say, okay, enough, I can't even kill this. It's going to take me like 2 days to finish a boss. And you can survive. So I'm just saying, it's really good to get, I think, adjusted to the timer. And it's also going to be more fun. Because you're really going to force yourself to do good builds. All right? So this is kind of end game. All right, let's just finish the run. But you can finish it every time you go back. But here it's going to be punishing because you lose a run. Right? You have limited amount of them. When you do before the ascension, you can just go out. There's no punishment for that. You can die, you can go back. But here you're going to lose a run. So I'm going to show you that if I go to the place, you're going to see that I actually have 1 run left. Sorry, 1 run less compared to how it was before. All right, so if you go here, that's... Oh, it's refreshed, really? Oh, it doesn't show me, sorry. 6 runs. You see, I lost it because I just got out. All right. All right, and if I have more currency, so I can again buy, and that's how it goes. All right, so this is kind of the end game. Keep in mind, you still be in beta testing. So yeah, hopefully they let it perfectly eventually. Overall, I'm having a blast. I recommend trying it. And first, by the way, you can play relax to get know with the controls, have more time and things. but I really recommend challenging yourself with time. It's just more fun, and it allows to focus on really powerful builds, and it's such more fun clearing things super fast rather than just doing things slowly. Trust me, it's the way to play it. Thanks for watching.